All right, and it looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Digital. My name is Junior, and I've got about four things to discuss with you here today. And then one last thing is what I like to call Flashback Fridays, and we're just going to basically flash back into a moment in time before all of this technology really ever existed. Today is Friday, August the 5th. And the first thing that we have here to discuss is a company called MetaNoise. And they actually are helping different companies basically get more involved inside of the Web3 world. The next thing that I have here is a VR app called Gym Class that is currently exploding that I think you guys should really check out. The next thing is a company called Wisck, I guess Wisck AR, and it's really all about how they are basically bringing augmented reality into our mainstream world. And then the last one is about Hasbro and how they are turning us into action figures. Awesome. So, without further ado, we are going to take a quick break and then we will jump right into all of the stories. All right, and so the first thing off the block here is MetaNoise. So how I kind of got introduced to MetaNoise actually was by this here Future Shape 360. I think I saw this like on Instagram or Twitter or something like that somewhere. I kind of Googled them a little bit, went to the website, and it looks like they are essentially like an event that took place in Denver, Colorado, July 29th through August 1st. I try to look for some YouTube videos so you guys can see it. But just think of like a music festival kind of thing. They had a bunch of different artists that came out, and I think they actually listed them down here. And actually, some good name artists as well. Dead Mouse was there. Don Diablo was there, or reportedly was supposed to be there. I'm not sure if they actually was there or not. Yeah, a couple of these artists. Gigamesh was there. The Wanderers were in attendance. Lucid Vision. So, okay, so yeah, so these are artists. I guess I'm not sure if they're NFT artists or not, but different artists here that was taking place there. Not musical artists, but like actual pictorial artists, I should say. We had a keynote speakers panel, Enderful, Dean Wilson, and also again Dead Mouse. And so they had other speakers as well here. You guys can kind of take a quick look through here at who these are. All right. So this event, again, I wasn't really in tune with this event, not really sure what was occurring with it. Friday, they had an exclusive immersive experience with Meow Wolf Denver with a performance by Dead Mouse, which is a private event, a welcome party, and live performance by Leftover Salmon. Okay. That was a private event also. Friday evening is an exclusive immersive experience at Meow Wolf Denver again with another performance by Dead Mouse. Saturday was a music in Web 3.0 panel and Don Diablo at the Fillmore Auditorium. And then Sunday was a art in Web 3.0 panel and immersive NFT concert at RealWorks. So it looks like it had a pretty good time there. Again, I wasn't in attendance. I haven't heard too much about this either, but I just want to share this with you. Maybe this might be a yearly thing that goes on. But Future Shape 360 is a first of its kind, fully NFT gated, 3-day all access or all inclusive event converging 360 of the most influential people in the crypto and NFT space to network, socialize, and form the core group of leaders to help shape the future of Web3. Held in multiple different venues in Colorado, the FS360 will have the opportunity to experience amazing curated events, historic landmarks, incredible musicians and artists, and guest speakers. And again, this was all done by MetaNoise. And MetaNoise is a Web 3.0 organization focused on helping Web 2.0 companies enter and navigate the rapidly evolving space, from smart contract deployment to website and app design. We are with you every step of the way to ensure that your project is a success. So if you're looking to get really started into the Web 3.0 space, I would definitely recommend checking MetaNoise out. Again, the only reason I definitely recommend it is because it looks like they are actually taking things a step further in regards to, like, hosting that Future Shape 360, really bringing in some big names to speak about it, touch on it, educate the people about it and stuff like that as well. Here's their team. I always try to look at the team and see who they are. Do a quick Twitter search, social media search on everybody before joining as well. So I recommend that. But yeah, this is quite interesting there. And so for the next bit here, we have gym class. So gym class is actually not new. Gym classes, I believe, been around for quite some time. I think they're just more new coming to the Oculus Quest. I try to do some research on them, and every time I typed in gym class on Google, I get a whole bunch of stuff that involves like high school and stuff like that. People skipping gym class because it's too hard, yada yada yada. But here's a little article that came out about 5 days ago, it looks like, and it's all about how gym class has actually just recently raised a whole bunch of money. Looks like $8 million in seed round funding. Okay, yeah. So since its release last year, Gym Class VR attracted nearly 1 million organic downloads due to word of mouth and community content creation. This VR basketball game must be doing something right, and this is why I want to kind of share it with you guys, because I mean, just take a look here. You kind of can see a little bit of how well this is. You can actually play basketball. They say the mechanics in it is like crazy ridiculous. They can actually jump in it. They can actually grab stuff with it. And now Meta is now coming out with hands-on controls, so you don't even have to use your controllers anymore. You can actually just go ahead and use your hands, and then be able to actually play basketball in real time. Well, I don't want to say in real time, but in VR, essentially in real time. And then, of course, once they bring out teams and stuff like that, just imagine you being on a team with LeBron James actually playing in VR. This is a really, I'm actually probably going to download this one myself, but this is a really good game, in my opinion, from the research that I've been doing. And it's quite interesting. I think they're actually supposed to launch here pretty soon. But why are people actually raving about Gym Class VR? It's on the verge of becoming a viral sensation on TikTok. The hashtag GymClassVR garnered a whopping 64 million views on the addictive social media app. Gym Class VR utilizes realistic basketball mechanics and physics, so you can shoot, grab, block, jump, and sprint all in the game, just like you would in the actual real world. The game is highly immersive, allowing users to jump like Jordan. Gym Class VR is a social game. You can meet and compete with other digital athletes from around the world. It's convenient, no need to put on your basketball gear and step outside. And again, guys, this is one of those things where I'm just like, all right, we need to kind of step away from VR just a little bit, or just step away from these games just a little bit, just so we can actually go outside and enjoy the nice fresh air, the sun, and all that stuff. But that's just my take. Continuing on. It's convenient because no need to put on your basketball gear and step outside. You can play in your underwear, and your opponents would be none the wiser. It's a great workout. The folks behind Gym Class claim that users lost 300 calories per sampled session. I guess this is some avatars for them. For those with an entrepreneurial spirit, monetization is available too. You can sell skins and accessories. There's reportedly a deep demand for identity differentiation via cosmetics among Gym Class players. Don't want to miss out on all the basketball fun. Snag the Quest 2. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's one of the best VR headsets you can get, and I would agree to that. I was actually against getting the Oculus Quest just because of Facebook or whatever, but I'm enjoying it right now. So I just want to play this quick little snippet video from MetaQuest Oculus Store, the Gym Class, and then you can kind of see what it looks like. So again, that's a person that's controlling that avatar there in VR. The person is actually jumping and doing all that stuff. Dribbling the ball, jumping, dunking, layups. I mean, this is actually one I would play. I love basketball growing up. Still do. Don't play as much anymore, though. Oh, did he just alley-oop that? I didn't even realize that the first time I watched it. So you can shoot threes. You can play 1v1, 3v3. Again, imagine just being on the court with LeBron James playing this. Like, this is crazy. So it's really becoming more like a social, I won't call it a social app, but, you know, like a social game where you can actually go ahead and meet up with people, share, you know, whatever you want to share. I'm assuming they're going to have, like, you know, downloadable digital assets on there as well. Different kicks, clothing, stuff like that. And then really upgrade it a whole bunch too. So it's going to be interesting to see how far gym class goes. This is definitely going to be one game that I end up downloading and playing quite a bit on my Quest headset. All right, so for the next thing here, we have FlashBack Fridays. FlashBack Fridays, again, is something new that I want to start. And it's really just all about seeing how technology has advanced from before up to now. And for this FlashBack Friday, we have... Actually, I'm going to play this video first because I know a lot of people are going to be confused at what this is, but it's funny. I'm going to actually expand that, and boom. Alright, she's dialing a number. And there's a lot of people are not going to know exactly what that is right there.
6, 8. Are you sure it isn't too early out there?
Oh, no, it's 11 o'clock here. That means it's 8 o'clock out there.
Hello? Sally? Sally, this is Mother.
Simple, wasn't it? She just picked up her telephone and dialed her daughter in San Francisco, California. In a matter of seconds, she is talking with her. Simple, and yet you are seeing the results of many, many years of coordinated effort in research, engineering, and operating experience. It's hard.
So now to many people, they aren't going to fully understand what just happened, but telephones are not actually like that old. Like, telephones are actually fairly new, and being able to connect with people through the phone is actually fairly new as well when you think of like how long, you know, civilization has been around and stuff like that. And this article here really just talks about the evolution of area codes. So before, you used to have, as you can see here, people at a desk, and these different connections were having people be connected through again, telephones. But what you would have to do is call the operator. This person here is an operator. You would have to call into them, say, hey, I want to be connected to Joe Schmo out in, let's say, Denver, Colorado, or something like that. And then you in, I don't know, let's say Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or whatever, would be connected to them via that operator. They would have to actually do that for you. And then at some point throughout the line, years and years of research, as the man said, engineering and technology goes by, they actually created the actual area codes to where now all you have to do is type in a number, and then after you type in that number using that 3-digit code first, and you know the code for the actual person, it'll ring their phone directly. All of this really came around in like 1950 something. I think they also said like in 1998. So again, just before the year 2000. So that's only like 20 years ago, 25 years ago is when the real boom for area codes really jumped off. This was a very long article. I kind of read most of it until I got tired, I'm just going to be honest. I'm trying to find a couple of spots where I found pretty interesting. But I think it was in 1945 where they said, actually, let me see if I, yeah, here we go. So on November 10th, 1951, With 100 guests watching, Inglewood, New Jersey, Mayor M. Leslie Denning dialed a number 415 LA 39727, and exactly 17 seconds later, Denning's call was picked up by Frank Osborne, who was the mayor of Alameda, California. Bell engineers called this cross-continental and intramural conversation a historic first in communications. So the first time this ever happened was in 1951, which again, guys, was like 50 years ago. Like majority of people's parents, well, not the Gen Z, I guess, so the millennial parents and stuff like that was either alive or born around this time, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and stuff like that. So they were just now kind of growing up with, you know, being able to call people long distance and stuff. And then, you know, as time went on, all of these different area codes kind of sprouted up from there. And yeah, that's really about it. I want to actually watch this whole video. This is like a 10-minute long video. Definitely not going to play it here on this show, but you guys can definitely check out this link for this article and then check out the video as well, because it's actually pretty interesting to say the least. All right, and so for the next thing that I have here for you guys today is a company called Wisck AR. Now, Wisck AR, in my opinion, their website is horrible. It's not horribly designed. I actually do like the design of it. But it's like no information. It's very like basic. So you can kind of see if I click on platform, it just tells you what the platform is. Don't really give you much information. It's a platform that allows anyone to capture moments, share them, and bring them to life through the power of augmented reality. If you are unsure of what augmented reality is, and it kind of goes into what that is, but it doesn't really tell you what the platform actually does and how it does it. If you go to personal, it says the free personal account users get 1 gig of cloud storage, and which can equate to about 10 to 15 AR experiences, which are called moments. There is the ability for an upgrade for more storage at a minimal cost. The user will be given the ability to create, edit, share through invites, and view other moments, including personal and business moments. And that's pretty much all it for there. They do have a couple of examples of what you could use it for: regular photos, wedding invites, babies, party invites, picture book, so on and so forth. You have the same for business. Got a brief description and a couple of things you can use it for: business brochures, business cards, mailers, movie posters, books, museum tours, stuff like that. But again, not much information. So I was left kind of confused on how this actually worked or what it actually did. They did mention, though, that they are all about taking print objects and turning them into digital objects. So I was like, okay, cool. But it wasn't until I did some further digging, further research, where I actually found their social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and saw videos of it in action. And then it made all the sense in the world. So first off here, we have print plus digital equals Wisck AR. This coffee, the Super Coffee Brothers are a true example of perseverance. Wisck AR is proud to showcase their story through their packaging. So essentially what you would end up doing is taking your phone, taking your phone, scanning this label here, and then a video starts to play.
Do you think you would have made it? 0% chance. This isn't just a story about me and my 2 brothers. Sure.
So it looks like they did this with Wisck AR. They were able to, again, basically use the image of the actual label, and then from there they displayed a video on top of it, and it just pretty much just works in real time. I'm going to see if I can't even pause that. So the next one here I'm going to show you is one with Steph Curry. Steph Curry is an NBA basketball player, which I'm assuming a lot of people know about. And what they actually did was take his player card and actually added an NFT. And actually added some AR technology on top of that as well. So as you can see, this video is playing directly from the person's phone, and it's showing on this actual card.
Curry is taking over this game with one beautiful rainbow 3 after another.
And then lastly here, I had one more, I think it's this one, where they actually show like how this all works and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna let this one play real quick as well. So first they have this jersey here. They took a picture of the jersey. Boom, they added a little boundary to it like that. Then they went ahead and uploaded to the app. Okay, cool. Now they're gonna add a video to it. Boom, there's that video. And then they're going to publish it. So now anytime they go up to, or anytime anybody goes up to, there we go. Anytime they go up to that jersey, it's going to scan it, scan it, scan it. Okay, cool. We recognize this image. It goes to this video. Boom, there's the video. So let me know what you guys think about that. I think that, and I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging, a little bit more research on that, but that is one of the things about AR technology that I feel like is actually pretty cool. Again, imagine going to a store and you have a package label on it and you have, you know, allergies and stuff like that. Instead of having to read through like 50,000 different ingredients that are unfortunately on our food nowadays, you can actually just scan it and then something interactive pops up that kind of just shows you a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, again, you could take it farther than food labels. It showed you if you're a personal person, if you had like a wedding invitation, you can actually send a picture of you and your husband or something like that, or you and your wife. And then once somebody scans it, that's when the actual invitation comes up with confetti and all that stuff. So AR is actually really cool. Again, it all depends on someone actually having a mobile device, but, you know, I would say about 99% of the people actually do. So it's not that big of an issue, but, you know, it could be for some people. But it's definitely nice to see how some people are actually using this AR technology for the better. And Wisck AR is actually allowing people to do that fairly easily. All right, and so for the last bit that I have here is going to be all about a company called Hasbro. Hasbro is a major toy manufacturer, and they are currently allowing people to turn themselves into an action figure. I think there's a quick little video. Yeah, they have a video here. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I think that video is like 10 minutes long, actually. But essentially, if you've ever wanted to be like a G.I. Joe, a Ghostbuster, a Power Ranger, a Marvel character, or a character inspired by the Star Wars characters itself, you are now able to do this. Hasbro has actually tested this out, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, if I remember correctly. And what they are allowing people to do is basically scan themselves using their app. I forget what the app is called. Yeah, I forget what the app is called, but it's Hasbro's app, and you basically scan your face, and it takes like a 3D rendering of your face, and you can upload it to them, and then they're using the power of 3D model, or not 3D modeling, 3D printing to actually go ahead and print out your head. You can kind of see here, this head was already printed out. There's a million heads right here as well. And then they, you know, have paint on it. They have hair, all that good stuff as well. And then they just plop it right onto one of those action figures. So it looks like the action figure is already created up front, and they just kind of wait for people to come to them and give them basically a 3D selfie of their head, which I think is actually pretty cool. I mean, I see a lot of people go to like different Comic Cons. They dress up as their favorite character and stuff like that already. So just imagine being able to have your own face on your favorite character and then keep it. You know, my brother, he is actually a really big gamer and Comic-Con, I don't call it dresser-upper, but, you know, he goes to a lot of those Comic-Con things, dressing up as different characters. He's actually grown a lot into that as well. It's actually pretty cool to see the different, you know, costumes and stuff that they come up with. But now, you know, like his birthday's coming up and I can just buy him one of those with his 3D rendering of his head. and then he'll be able to do that and then, you know, keep it on his desk or his shelf at work or whatever. So yeah, so that is all it for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy this show. Let me know what you guys think about Flashback Fridays. I definitely wanted to figure out some more technology that has been going around in this world, you know, not just recent technology, but again, just every technology that, you know, is kind of, because again, without the phone in the first place, you know, and area codes and stuff like that, cell phones now today would never even exist. So you can kind of have to see how that tracks all the way up until now. But yeah, with that being said, I have nothing else for you guys here today. Definitely check all of the links inside of the description for this video to read more and do some more research on those. Definitely go ahead and follow me on all my social media channels and tap in with me if you have any questions. And if nothing else, I'll see you guys next time.